isn't going to go out of business anytime soon. They're going to adopt different technologies. Okay? But this is where the big money is. It's not in remittances. It's in these business-to-business payments across border. And that's why we have these kinds of companies like Ripple and Stellar. This is all about, right, business-to-business, back-end, big volume transactions, which are currently, very expensive. So if we look at the payment system, they're not sitting at the, you're sending money back to your uncle, right? It is, right, at the bank level. So the banks are making transactions with other banks. Now, nothing's changed here. You're still doing something like correspondent banking, except now, because the data needs to move around more quickly than the money moves around, right? We can settle these things more quickly.
Have no fear. CKJ is here. You do not want to miss today's video.
So the difference between a Bitcoin and a Ripple, in a nutshell, again, not too much time to elaborate, is that what Bitcoin uses is an open, permissionless, distributed ledger system, right, where anybody can jump in and do a transaction. Right, that's kind of the beauty of it. I can go buy Bitcoin, you can go buy Bitcoin. We don't need to ask anybody's permission, and there's no middleman that can, accept or deny, approve or reject. It's distributed, the consensus around validating these transactions.
I wonder if that's still true.
What's different about systems like Ripple and most of the blockchain systems that will prevail is that they are permissioned, meaning that you have to be, a member, and membership has its privileges.
I'm not sure if that's true. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. I actually got this clip from Digital Asset Daily through ISO 20022. The big money is in cross-border payments. What's your thoughts on that? Also, guys, Daniel G. XRP. Stellar is where blockchain meets real world. Sam Altman is the CEO of OpenAI, is also an advisor to Stellar XLM. Now, also notice that Patrick Collins, the CEO of Stripe, is also an advisor to Stellar. That's a very big deal. WordPress advisor Matt Mullenweg is also an advisor to Stellar. And shout out to Daniel G. XRP, Dan the man. Really good clip right there. Guys, I want to highlight this today. Ripple to reach $334 per XRP. And also this one right here, XRP price could hit 10K. We're going to cover both of those today. Also, guys, this will be our video for our live stream this morning. We're going to try to change it up a little bit. But I found this amazing video right here from ISO 20022. Shout out to Chini Patel who sent me this clip. This is something I said when the Earthport Ripple relationship was developed 9 years ago, that they will settle a transaction in XRP for you. You don't actually have to hodl XRP to use XRP, and he explains it much more than I did 7 years ago.
Mexico. So we work, so there's a small money service business called Qualix based in Texas, and they serve Mexican workers that are sending funds back home to their family in Mexico. So what happens is we have relationships that we've helped coordinate with exchanges on both sides of that transaction. So in the US it's Bitstamp, and in Mexico it's Bitso, both digital asset exchanges. So they're setting the rates. So in
correspondent banking.
some ways it alleviates the need for Qualix, the financial institution in this case, to even hold XRP.
Okay.
The risk is then absorbed by the digital exchange. That's their business, right? They're making markets, they know exchange rates, and there's a fee involved with that.
Okay.
They will give, or they may have a US dollar account at Bitstamp. They'll say, hey, Bitstamp, send $1,000 worth of pesos to this account in Mexico. Bitstamp converts the spot rate. It moves over the XRP ledger in 8 seconds. It gets converted by Bitso on the other end into peso at the spot rate, and then goes out on local rails to the ultimate bank account of the recipient. All of that takes, because there's bank processes on either end that we can't fully control, it takes about 10 minutes, which used to be 3 days.
10 minutes instead of 3 days.
And we've been told that the overall rate that they're seeing is 20 some odd basis points less. Over the XRP ledger in 8 seconds, it can send $1,000 worth of pesos to this account in Mexico. Bitstamp converts the spot rate. It moves over the XRP ledger in 8 seconds. It gets converted by Bitso on the other end into peso at the spot rate. And
Bam, there goes Bitso. Guys, I said Bitso was the testing ground for the Phoenix that went live in 2018, just like the 1988 Economist magazine said, get ready for a world currency. Bitso is where it went live. The reference in Bitso is a liquidity provider for on-demand liquidity. Pretty much something I've been saying for years.
And then goes out on local rails to the ultimate bank account of the recipient. All of that takes, because there's bank processes on either end that we can't fully control, it takes about 10 minutes, which used to be 3 days. And we've been told that the overall rate that they're seeing is 20 some odd basis points less than they would have seen otherwise, even taking into account FX fluctuations, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow. Even in taking consideration all the fluctuations. Interesting there. Ripple to reach 334 per XRP. Now, shout out to Digital Asset Daily, who actually shared this article on my clip with Sue Stewart, which you guys have seen. We've been talking about that lately. It went viral. But here's the original video evaluation, 334 per XRP. I will link this description within the description. This video within the description. The crypto market has been anything but rational. Time spurred a bunch of speculation, and all in the use cases end up being right. But would it be real to forecast going around? Watch the video I stumbled upon that Ripple XRP could hit 334 mark in a 3-year time frame. Even though it sounds crazy, there are a couple of reasons to believe that this could be fact. Let's find out why many experts are assuring Ripple will moon very soon, in the same way the main arguments behind the asset. The mission of Ripple is a very ambitious one. The company seeks to resolve the problem of banking system. The SWIFT system has proven to make customers' experience very poor, meaning long periods and times are necessary to make transactions. Of course, high fees are charged per operation. Ripple plans to solve this all by reducing at least 40% of the inefficiencies of the $24 trillion market. $24 trillion market. I like that. It is expected that Ripple gets at least 10% of the $24 trillion. This will put a price of $334 per XRP. So that's basically what Sue was saying, as the $24 trillion market, even if Ripple was just to get a 10%, and that's a modest estimate of $334 per XRP. And this is actually pretty interesting because there's actually an article that Global Coin Report, and like I said, this did come out in 2018, which would kind of contradict it to reach 3 years. But maybe there was a delay when Ripple went live. So does it start 3 years from XRP's not a security? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that. Also, guys, I told you Sue was a big deal. They wrote a whole article on her video. Oh, this is an amazing video right here. Check this one out.
Turning back, Jenny, to you around the use of tokenization, blockchain. You've been using that quite a bit, and how do you see that affecting the
Well, first of all, I couldn't agree more with Jane on 2 points. One is
That's a first.
that from an infrastructure standpoint, huge opportunity, and I think we all recognize it over time as these various projects come together. There's going to be great cost efficiencies in the system. And two, the work that's done with ℎ𝕝𝕝 and in Hong Kong here on the regulatory front, we're following it all over the world, and you've been real leaders because you've been willing to come out with very clear guidance on that, so that's great. So Franklin Templeton got involved in blockchain. Early on, the first thing we did was decide we wanted to do a tokenized money market fund. And so we built a shareholder certificate on chain, and then we actually worked with the SEC, so it's an approved regulated money market fund.
Worked with the SEC and approved regulated market money fund. And I believe that one is the one that runs on Stellar. Maybe that's why Stellar hasn't been in the news as far as under the radar of the SEC.
And in that process, we saw a couple things, so as well as a hot cold storage wallet. So it gave us some good insights into how the cost, because we ran 4 of our own transfer agency systems historically, and we were astonished even ourselves to figure out how much less expensive it was.
Astonished.
To run it on chain. And then 2, we ended up, you had to hold coins because you need to be able to pay for the transaction. So this is a public chain money market system. So transactions are on a public chain. Obviously, the shareholders' information is on our private chain. And so as we then started to hold, we did on the Stellar network, Lumens, we started to recognize, wow, if you hold these, it's interesting as a node with regulate to run it on chain because you need to be able to pay for the transaction market system. So transactions are on a chain. And so as we then started to hold, we did on the Stellar network, Lumens, we did on the Stellar network, Lumens, hold, we did on the Stellar network, Lumens. We started to recognize, wow, if you hold these, it's interesting as a node validator, you're learning a lot of information about what's
Bam. You heard it here first. Franklin Templeton runs a Stellar node.
going on. So today, we actually validate 5 different chains.
And they validate 5 different chains. I wonder what chains that may be. Is it XRP, XLM, Solana?
And for those who completely think about dismissing this, I just want to say that the Ethereum network, if it were 10 billion in revenue at about the same pace as Google and Facebook hit 10 billion in revenue, faster than Microsoft, Workday, and Salesforce.
That's interesting that she said that, because I told you guys in 2017, 18, when we was making crypto content, Google and Amazon were competing to be the first $1 trillion market cap. Cryptocurrency was worth $600 billion, almost at $800 billion, on its way to $1 trillion before Google and Amazon that competed for a decade. And here comes cryptocurrency. Opportunity.
So whether you can get comfortable with the Ethereum coin as revenue, there's something very real here. And so as we looked at that,
There's something very real here.
we then built kind of active management strategies around that. So we actually have a team. If you read the write-ups that our team will do, I think there's 30 coins that we feel very, very comfortable with. It would be as detailed, as a matter of fact, they came out of our fixed income group. It would be as detailed as any write-up that we have anywhere in our equity or fixed income world.
I look forward to finding that, guys. So I'm going to do a video on that. Is the 30 tokens that Franklin Templeton is very bullish on. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. I'm not a financial advisor. We're documenting our journey. Daily crypto news right here.
And then what gets us really excited is that what Jane was talking about, just the efficiency of this. So if you think about blockchain, it does three things, right? So number one, it has a smart contract, so it's the ability to just execute a contract without anybody getting involved, no title company to prove any ownership or anything. Number two, it has a payment mechanism. And number three, because it's a general ledger, you don't have to validate that the rights of whoever owns it has all the rights to the contract, right? So it takes a lot of the friction out of transactions. And if you can do that, you can actually fractionalize transactions more. So my favorite example, to bring this home, is Rihanna, the singer, who came up and issued 300 NFTs, each one with the right to 0.00033% royalty of one of her biggest songs. Well, why can she do that? Because when the streaming service plays her song, the smart contract can kick off, and those fractions of pennies that or fractions of, of whatever the payment is, comes in and then comes right into whoever owns that in the wallet. So you can imagine that there are going to be the ability, blockchain's going to unlock uncorrelated, untraditional types of investment capabilities that people, and you're already seeing it, I won't spend any more time, but you're already starting to see those, that will be uncorrelated to the rest of your portfolio, which as an asset manager is really interesting to us.
Wow. That's pretty impressive right there, guys. You might want to rewind that yourself and rewatch that clip right there. That's amazing. This is the big news today. Breaking news, you heard it here first. Major XRP developer drops hints Mastercard integration and wallet upgrade. Of course, we've been dropping a lot of clips. We did have ℕ𝕝𝕗𝕨 on the show, the creator of the XRP tip bot and 𝕊𝕐𝕐𝕐 wallet. XRP enthusiasts anticipate a major upgrade as key developer hints at the integration of the debit Mastercard widely used in the 𝕊𝕐𝕐 wallet. In a significant development, the XRP community, ℕ𝕝𝕗𝕨, had him on the show, an influential figure behind the XRP labs and key developer of the widely used 𝕊𝕐𝕐 wallet, has hinted at a major upgrade. The focal point is the NFC hardware wallet integrated with 𝕊𝕐𝕐. These hardware wallets can be ordered with the optional prepaid XRP covering the account reserved and an additional 50 in XRP, all without the need of verification. However, the buzz does not stop there. Responding to the inquiries from followers, Wynn disclosed that the team is actively working on a groundbreaking feature, the integration with the debit Mastercard. This is the forthcoming upgrade would offer users the convenience of self-custody alongside the flexibility of debit card usage with customer on-ledger limits through the XRP hooks. And there's ℕ𝕝𝕗𝕨 right there. Legendary dude. Amazing guy. Mastercard, 𝕊𝕐𝕐 wallet. Welcome to the evolution of money. 5 new cryptos to add to your watch list for December. Which 5 is that? Bitcoin ETF. Meme Combat. Pow Pow. Launchpad XYZ. Sharp. I will be Googling these and checking them out myself. Also, XRP price could hit 10K if it overtakes Swift. Now, I thought this was a pretty interesting write-up because this is two birds, one stone. Edward Fani, head of social adoption at XRP Healthcare, which runs on XRPL. I think assets that run on XRP are going to have a huge advantage, like XRPayNet, XRP Healthcare, Casino Coin. head of social adoption at XRP Healthcare, recently proposed a scenario where the price of XRP could potentially surge to 10K. His projection is based on the possibility of the token as a bridge currency, the ℤ𝕝𝕐𝕨, replacing SWIFT and a global cross-border payment system. Could XRP price hit 10K? Edward dives into the principles of market dynamics and argues against common misconception about cryptocurrency's potential growth. Few people seem to understand the principle of supply and demand. I always see people being shocked when they say someone saying XRP can reach 10K. He remarked, he emphasizes that the global financial sector movement around hundreds of trillions of dollars annually means even a small market share could lead to a significant surge in the value of XRP. Edward elaborates the current capability of SWIFT handling billions of transactions per hour and the impact of ℤ𝕝𝕐𝕨 replacing it would send the price easily to $10,000 per XRP. Pretty interesting there. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, this will be our video today for the live stream. I do want to dive deeper in this rabbit hole. Project Mariana, BIS, and Central Bank of France, Singapore successfully test wholesale CBDC. This actually ties right back to Ripple. We will be taking another look at this probably tomorrow's video. If you guys can show some love, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell. We go live every day at 1 p.m. EST. Like I said, this will be our video for the live stream today. But hope everybody has an amazing Monday and an amazing week. Shout out to our Telegram. I will put that in the description. We got 600 members. We got the Discord. Also, the Volta app, Volta wallet, link in the description. Download one of the baddest wallets on the